taste of new coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by the morning, evening, and nighttime fuel coffee. That's right. That is right. That is absolutely right. You're damn right. You're damn right. You're going to be alone without me. That's how it is. But guess what? Psycho needs his mental vacation. Wednesdays and Saturdays are usually, my mental vacation. And you know that. Tell everybody over there that for themselves to have a good morning and kick everyone in the ass. I said so. People are sleeping in the next room, so I'm going to try, I said try, to tone down some. But good morning to everybody here, the handful that are already here this morning. I like doing these morning streams once in a while when I can, just when I can. It's the 19th, almost 7:50 my time. Hope everybody's doing real good for what it's worth. It's supposed to be real hot today. Near 100 is what I'm hearing. I'm just like, and barring something stupid later today, wrestling show. I kind of feel bad about this though now. Like I said, with Kevin Nichols being dead, Ivan Warsaw was his name in wrestling. We've brought this up before, an episode or two ago. But now that Moose from TNA, he was supposed to be with wrestling against Ivan in the main event, and on Wednesday he had to reschedule, so he is not going to be there either. And I'm like, well, who the hell's the main event going to be? I'm just like, it's on the down low. I have not had a chance, by the way, to see any of the Friday Night SmackDown highlights, except that John Cena didn't want to sign the contract for SummerSlam. And I guess Cody Rhodes made him. That's right. You give it to him, Cody. Supposedly, even he admitted himself, predicting heel turn within 2 to 3 years. Be prepared to see Cody as a heel. By the way, speaking of wrestling for 2 minutes, prayers going out to Buff Bagwell. Buff the Stuff Bagwell, ladies and gentlemen, who I met last September. Really nice guy. Cool dude. He had to have surgery. So he now has his leg amputated from the knee down. Kind of felt really bad for him. But you know what? He seems to still be in positive spirits. Maybe he can still work, with DDP yoga and get some stuff done. He'll be back up in no time, I bet you. Yeah, he lost his leg, and that's just too bad on that one, honestly. So anyways, I want to thank the close to 10 people that I already have here this morning. Oh, see you turn to 10. I usually give a few minutes of yippee yap to warm up here. We'll do our standard good morning jingle. I have new music that 99% of you haven't heard before. Well, one of them's a cover song, but you haven't heard the version he's got. But I will explain everything after I go off and have our official Saturday morning cartoon fun time jingle that I do. Like I said, I used to wake my kids up with this on record. True story. So you guys are going to get woke up too. Why should the kids only be the ones that have the fun?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're feeling fine.
The sun is just above the hill. Another day for us to fill with all the things we love to do. Oh, can't you hear? It's calling you. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, I hope you're feeling fine. Come on and get up, get out of bed, you gotta get up, you're sleepyhead. The day is dawning just for you and all your dreams are coming true. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, it's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
That's right, you mofos. Wake your asses up. That is off of a weird Kitty Christian record that I picked up. Or actually, I didn't pick it up. My ex-wife had it in her record collection. And I am just like, what the hell? And I used to play that in a louder volume to get those kids up in the morning. Nobody that I know of just thought I would be on. I'm glad you're concerned. Dino, how's it going out there? So, can never have enough of this. Ever, ever, ever. So, yesterday, I get in the mail a nice musically related package. Yes, I said package. And it was from a friend of mine who I have known since the late 1980s, like maybe 87 to be precise. Now, this man is a underrated talent in the Chicagoland music scene. In the late 80s, early 90s, he would even briefly with fame and destiny through 2 or 3 bands that actually made it higher up in the echelon of Chicagoland local area music scenes that were on major labels. That's right. Maybe later we will do that. And so I'm speaking of, and I know you can't see this really well because it's a dark cover, but the Devin Michaels Project. That's right. His album, brand new album, by the way, called Stage Fright. Here's the front. Here's the back. It's a nice little gatefold. I know you can't see because it's dark. But I'm going to play you 2 tracks today, over the next couple episodes of Psychos Platters. We're going to go off, and I'm going to play you 1 to 2 tracks off of this fine gentleman's album. I am glad to say that I am friends with Devin and have been now for going to be 40 years, I would say. And this is the first album in 11 years from this gentleman and his band. Is it a rock album? Well, you know what? You're just going to have to find out for yourself. But how about a taste? Remember I put in the title, Good Morning, Perfect Strangers? That's your hint. Here's a track of his. He does 3 covers on this album, and this is one of them. I present to you the Devin Michaels Project, doing the 1984 Deep Purple hit, Perfect Strangers. Let's see if you like it. Right here on the side. That's right. Devin Michaels on vocals and guitar. The Devin Michaels Project, Perfect Strangers, Deep Purple, 1984 cover. How about that? Now, what's your favorite Ritchie Blackmore Rainbow album? Oh boy, that's a toughie. That really is a toughie, damn it. I'm going to tell you, oh boy, I can tell you the first one I picked up kind of brand new was Straight Between the Eyes. In 82, I was a little late to the game. But I love all the eras of Rainbow, really, you know. Maybe we'll play some Rainbow later, maybe. Looks like the Theater of Doom on the cover. I don't know anything about that. So this next one, I'm going to go off and give you an original from the Devin Michaels Project, brand new. He's on it. He's got a YouTube channel, Devin Michaels Project, okay, that you could subscribe to. And we're going to play for you now the song wrong button, Wired. I hate that. I hate pressing wrong buttons. I try to be so professional. Yeah, right. Anyways, let's see if you guys like this little tasty thing.
Time and anger, an explosive stranger, fuels a fire and doesn't play nice. Some asshole lit a match and opened up the hash, tossed it in and now we all pay the price. Love and war, time to even the score. Fire, fire, like the match. Fire, it's gonna explode. Fire, in society, we fight to be free. All along you are bleeding me dry. You take my rights and encourage the fight, feeding the frenzy within. Love and war, time to even the score. Fire, like the match. Fire, it's gonna explode. Fire, time to reload. Fire, fuck 'em up and let 'em go. Love and war, time to even the score. Fire, like the match. Fire, it's gonna explode. Fire, time to reload. Fire, like that match and watch. watch that fucker blow.
That's right. That's right. From the new Devin Michaels Project CD, Wired. Coming soon, we will have hopefully an option for you to be able to get this for yourself. If not, don't worry. I may or may not have some copies to give away. Yeah, you heard me right. I said giveaway, possibly. Coming soon, we shall see. But those are the two for today from the Devin Michaels Project's new album, Stage Fright. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. That's right. Devin Michaels Project. That's Devin Michaels Project. And tell him, well, no, you can't tell him Psycho sent you because the comments are off on all the videos, but he'll know. He'll figure it out. So, looks like Theater of Doom on the cover. The double feature is canceled. The tickets they are passing out are grenades. The projectionist is an anarchist, and the popcorn is full of cyanide. Cyanide. Maybe. I kind of hope so. I think if he was a little smart, he would make it like a lot of members of Rainbow, like maybe Joel Turner could come back for a track or two. Graham Bonnet could come back for a track or two. Was it Doogie White from the 90s could come back and do a track or two, and maybe get who the hell was that one? There was another one in Rainbow, right? Can't remember the damn guy's last name. He's another one that was a singer. Richie something. And they all could come back, maybe do a couple tracks each, and then get some of the former other members of Rainbow. How you doing, Jen? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Yes, enjoy it. Seriously, that is going to be a great album. Yeah, well, I love Ronnie James Dio. Miss him. I had a chance to meet him in 2000. Damn it, should have done it. I heard he was really nice to his fans. Excuse me. Okay, what we've got next. I wasn't on yesterday, of course, but did I wake you up?
No.
Okay, good. I didn't mean to. Toby. Psst. Toby. Or are you still waking up too? Toby. Toby. Yes. Your gracious Toby cameo. Couldn't pass up Toby. Hey. Look at your fans. Just look at them. Say good morning to them. Yeah. Toby, they love you, and I know you love them too, even if you are a diva. No? Maybe? You want to say anything to them important? Actually, she is. She is trying out for Broadway production of Cats. Memories, how they glisten in the moonlight. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What do you see out there? What do you see? You're the reason why you're up here is for the cat lovers in the audience, I have cat lovers. We do. Why are you not fulfilling your job? No? I know. You want to be anywhere, but you want me to let you go? She never sticks around long, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Brandon calls you a good lamb, Do you know that? You have cat people in Australia. Yeah, Australia. I said, down under, with the Vegemite sandwich and the boomerangs. All right, whatever here. Yeah. She probably is looking for the birds. Yeah, she's looking at something. I don't know what. She's on a teal couch. Want to see him do the chow chow chow, huh? Oh boy, you'll be waiting a long time. Anyways, so what happened July 18th, 1966? Yes, it is a great. Oops, wrong button. Damn it. I'm not awake yet. I'm not a good song. Excuse me. I hate allergies. I lived in Illinois, didn't have allergies. Came down to Arkansas, I have allergies. So July 18th, 1966, the unfortunate unliving of Bobby Fuller. I don't think we're ever going to get an answer to that one. Seriously. I read a really good book on the Bobby Fuller Four, like the life of Bobby Fuller and the history of everything, right? But I wish I could tell you who the hell wrote the book. I don't have it anymore. It was a real good book. I passed my books on to musically related friends. You should play the worst recording in history. I don't think so. I don't think so. Are you kidding me? Did he pass away? Like, did he pass away this morning? John? Because I didn't see anything up to broadcast. He lived a long time. Jeez. God, my friend Scott's going to be shattered. He loved Newhart. So did I. Damn. Well, rest in peace, Bob Newhart. And maybe, like, next episode we'll play a comedy bit or something if I'm allowed. YouTube is a strange beast. He's been dead for a while now. Has he? Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm not even really awake, gang. Sorry. Last year, well, John Dino says Bob died last year. Well, Bob, sorry you're still dead. I'm still alive. I don't know why. Anyways, so I have a twofer for Bobby Fuller. Of course, you obviously know the first song. I'll throw a little other treat here after this one too. The Lawn and the Lawn won his first big hit. So, like I said, I still get July 18, 1966. Talk about a botched job there, right? Car goes missing. Car comes back. Smells a bunch like gasoline. And he's beat up. I'm like, what the? Oh my God. I heard he had allegedly some people, some friends or people in nefarious circles. That's all I'm going to say about that one. I like it when the Dead Kennedys did the Rawhide theme song. Interesting. My love has made a fool of you. I like that song. But I think another reason why I happen to like that song is two things. A, you noticed how the beginning of it almost sounds like I fought the law, and he just tweaks it, right? Secondly, he sounds like Buddy Holly. Yeah, exactly. He sounds like Buddy Holly. And another thing I think of is that if Buddy Holly lived into the 60s, into the mid 60s, would he have put out something like that? That would have been fun. He still was relevant. He would have been relevant. Still is relevant. The Mungo Jerry syndrome. Well, I don't know much about Mungo Jerry. Although, speaking of Mungo Jerry, 7A Records is putting out a release of a 90s, I don't know if I'm getting this right, a 90s Mungo Jerry album. It's going to vinyl. So I saw Shannon last night on the case with Paula Zahn from. Yeah, she was on there. She was on two different ones. Paula Zahn was one of them. I cannot remember the other one. I've seen them both though. I'm telling you. Damn it. Damn it. It's been 6 months almost. 6 months since she's been gone. I fucking miss her every day. Every damn day. Oh yeah. Shit. I had Combat Rock when I was a kid. Maybe we'll play a Clash tune later that I really like that I happen to have on a 12-inch from the early 80s. John, you take care. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, see Combat Rock. Yeah. I'm glad there was an ending to the whole thing. Seriously, I just one right. Yeah, see. Yeah, I am very sad. I just, like I said, we I don't want to say almost got married. That wasn't it. The hand binding. We almost did that like 2 years ago. So we were pretty close, damn it. Overpowered by funk, ghetto defendant, straight to hell. The Clash. Yeah. In fact, I don't want to go off and say this, but her passing kind of took a little bit of the wind out of my sails. She was the unknown factor. Shannon was the X factor to this show. You never knew what was going to come out of her mouth or what was going to be said. But she always looked adorable when she did it, right? Right. I miss you, damn it. Maybe we'll play another Shannon bit soon. I didn't have anything set up today. I want to thank the almost 15 people in here. Good morning, by the way. Once in a while, I will do a Saturday mornings. I can't do it that often, but I figured, what the hell? Thought I would do it today, just for at least a little while. It's supposed to be real hot today in most of the country, gang. Be careful. Be careful out there. Yes, you always will be in our hearts. That is for sure. I should probably go and try to stop and visit her mom and see how she's doing. I haven't seen her since the remembrance. Not that I haven't tried. She's a very private person. Anyways, so I happen to have, let's see, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Beatles Solo Session Spotlight. That's what we're going to do for a little bit here. So this first one that I'm going to tell you about, October 1996. This is a little odd. This is a very odd one, at least in my opinion. From Allen Ginsberg. Remember that name? You older people like me in the audience, do you remember Allen Ginsberg, the poet? He actually, back in the 70s, was signed to Zapple Records. He was actually supposed to have an album released on Zapple back in the day, and that got canceled, although acetates exist of said Ginsberg album. The only 2 things got released on Zapple, but there was a total of 4 in those 2 albums, and then 2 acetates, and Ginsberg was one of them. I did not know anything about that. I didn't. I know what Laurie Anderson was Lou Reed's wife, right? for a long time? No, I never met anybody from the Clash, although I'm kind of mad at myself. Joe Strummer did play near here before his passing, and I should have went. He's on Ghetto Defended by the Clash, Combat Rock. So this one here that I'm going to play from October 96 is called Ballad of the Skeletons. So you've got Paul McCartney on guitar, maracas, organ, and drums. David Mansfield, we've talked about David Mansfield before. Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder Revue, the Alpha Band, still plays occasionally with Bob Dylan. And for you jazz people, new age music people, Philip Glass on keys. I present to you Ballad of the Skeletons. There's one you won't hear anywhere else. Allen Ginsberg. Hey, little man, how are you? He's just waking up. But no Folgers in his cup. Not till he's 13, at least. That's the age I had. Oh, there's Toby, too. Everybody's starting to get it. What you looking for?
The controller.
I don't know. You guys got lots of things. Lots of controllers.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, good. All right. So that was one from Paul, right? This next one. Good morning, gang. Oh, by the way, if you feel up to it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And also, I'm asking my anybody here to check your subscriptions to make sure that that you're still subscribed to me, because I had people privately tell me that for some reason they were unsubscribed. Truthfully, like I've had 3 different instances, so you may want to check. And if inclined, please donate. All the donations stay in the show and go for cheap coffee or cheap records. That's right. That is absolutely right. We don't no expensive shit here. I can't afford expensive shit. This is a low budget show. It ain't Kink's low budget, but it's close enough. What's my favorite Sex Pistols song? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I've just always liked Anarchy in the UK and God Save the Queen. So, I don't know. So this next one that I present you from, hi. Yes.
Look, that's way.
You want to say hello to the people?
But look,
Are you doing your goat game again?
yeah, but watch this. This way.
Jeez.
It's the drill guy. When you punch him, he's like swinging his legs around everywhere.
Oh boy. No Hills Brothers. No, I'm still working on my Maxwell House
Oh my god.
breakfast.
baby,
Wake up, breakfast roast, whatever the fuck it is. It's almost gone though. Chock full of bolts, my favorite coffee. You know, I don't think I've had some of that in forever. But yeah, chock full of bolts. That's right. I like that. That's funny. That should be on a wacky package if it's not. I miss wacky packages. Anyways, this next one we've got going from May of '88. Never heard of Sylvia Griffin. Okay, this book, this Beatles Undercover book, I've discovered a lot of different things. So on this one, George is on slide guitar, and Robbie McIntosh, of course, who would end up in, actually, I think he was in McCartney's band at the time as well. To do this, yes, I know Juan Valdez worked so hard, so you'd have that, and I thank Juan Valdez and all the coffee growers and pickers. But if it's one thing I've always thought, is that love is a state of mind.
Cold wind howls down the street at night as my eyes watch you go and I give up the fight. Angry words frozen high in the sky, the sharp as a knife and with no reasons why. Trust my journey's pride, 'cause now you're leaving, losing my control and now you're gone. You taught me how to fall in love.
Wait.
You taught me how to touch your heart, and now it's beating for you. You're here beside me, guiding me, but most of all, you taught me how to need you. Now I can't let go. Love's a state of mind. Cold hand grips as I realize things have changed. I could tell from the look in your eyes. Since that night, not a word or a call. Yes, you cut the rope and you're letting me fall. How can I erase those words of madness? How can I forget that now? Now you're gone. You taught me how to fall in love. You taught me how to touch your heart, and now it's beating for me. You're here beside me, guiding me, but most of all, you taught me how to need you. Now I can't let go. Love's a state of mind. You taught me how to fall in love. You taught me how to touch your heart. You taught me how to fall in love. You taught me how to touch your heart. You taught me how to fall in love.
That's right, from May 1988 with George on slide guitar, Sylvia Griffin's Love is a State of Mind. What is El Eki? What? I don't understand any of that. I've heard of El Diablo. I have heard of El Conquistador. I have heard of El Humidor. I do not know what that is. Sometimes I'll joke around and say I'm El Humidor or El Conquistador. There was a Bob and Tom bit, something to do with El Conquistador, which made me laugh many years back. Anyways, El Gigante, isn't he a wrestler? Wasn't El Gigante a wrestler? I don't know. Sounds familiar to me.
Oh, I can over the
Oh, okay. Yeah, wasn't El Gigante Giant Gonzalez? I think. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. He really didn't do very much in WCW, I don't think. It's funny that you guys just come up with El Gigante out of nowhere. Anyways, next, we've got about 3 more in the queue for the Beatles Solo Session Spotlight Gang. He did commercials in the 70s for Savarin Coffee. I barely remember that name, Savarin. Maybe I'll have to try to find one of those Savarin ads. Roy Harper, going back to October 1976 for this. Of course, Roy Harper, I remember Roy Harper from not only the Led Zeppelin song, Hats Off to Roy Harper, but singing Have a Cigar for Pink Floyd, one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs, by the way. But Roy Harper had a very long musical career. in the UK. This one here was released as a single called One of These Days in England. Paul and Linda are singing backing vocals on this. But also what's kind of interesting is Henry McCulloch. Remember him in Wings History? He's on guitar on this too. So, yes, hats off to Roy Harper. Piccolina, hello. Yes, Toby was on here earlier. Toby is just milling around somewhere. But, so I present to you Roy Harper. I hear her. That's right, Roy Harper. October 1976, One of These Days in England. Psycho Splatter Show. Wishes
Wait, do you see that big thing?
that he was sponsored by this.
I demand character, even in my instant coffee. Savarin Instant has character. It's rich and distinctive. I am el exigente. I choose the beans for Savarin. Wherever fine coffee is grown, I choose the best beans for Savarin Instant. Character. It's a rare thing, so enjoy it. Savarin Instant coffee with character.
Maybe just.
There you go. I hate instant coffee though. Instant coffee sucks. I don't care what the hell brand it is. I don't understand the concept. You know, if you're too lazy to brew a pot of coffee, don't even bother. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. It only takes 2 minutes to make a pot of coffee. He looks like Lemmy from Motorhead. Maybe. Oh boy, not brought to you by Severin. Oh, she just loves you so much. You know, when you were gone the one day, just, you know, during your whole vacation, I was watching like something on TV. She's on the bed. She moseyed up and sat right here and just was like, and now I was like, I loved it. She just was purring for like about a good 5 minutes. That's right. I'm talking about you. You puss. What do you want now? I think I gave you a little bit of fed. I can't remember. Anyways. Next. March 1972. Are you a Righteous Brothers fan? I like the Righteous Brothers, but this isn't the Righteous Brothers exactly. It's a Righteous Brother. I beg to differ. I love table. Good, you can have my portion. James Farley, you can have my taster's choice. I don't have any taster's choice. I'm sorry. I've tried several different. I'm just tastes like mud on silt. That's my opinion. Anyways, for March 1972, Bobby Hatfield. Well, the Righteous Brothers were pretty much gone. I know Bobby Hatfield cut an album with Jimmy Walker of the Knickerbockers, which I actually found a copy of that recently, but it was so trashed I couldn't even get it. Rebirth was what it was called. What a cover. Anyways, so he cuts a 45 called Ooh Wee Baby, I Love You. So Ringo is on this. I have a fabulous Ringo's on it. Klaus Vorman's on bass too. Let's take a listen, shall we?
Trophy.
Toby. Well, that was the Righteous Brothers. A little. All right, a lot.
Every day I just walk alone. Without your love, mama, I can't go on. The days have come and the weeks have gone. The memory still lingers on. Every night I wake up crying.
I've had that stuff. It's
No use in denying. Every day I just walk alone. Without your love, I can't go on. The days have come and the weeks have gone.
I just read the sign. That's funny. Run, Forrest, run.
Cause there's no use in denying. Babe, you got to know that I love
Yeah, that's exactly right, Chick.
Oh. Wait, what's this?
There you go, from March
This has to be a
1972.
puzzle.
Bobby Hatfield's Ooh Wee Baby. I love you so.
Ooh,
I don't
yeah,
mind
this-
that, actually.
this
It's
is a
kind of
puzzle.
nice.
I'm not gonna lie.
Even if it did sound like
Oh,
Get
what
Back
am I doing?
in parts.
Why are you kicking me, man?
Yes, Bob Hatfield is from
Stop.
Metallica. Oh, boy.
I got over it.
Anyways, the last in the queue for the Beatles session, solo session spotlight. Can't even talk today. This has been known to be, I guess, maybe the last thing that George worked on, other than, of course, Brainwashed, his album that he did. Sounded like Patti LaBelle. The question is, though, was she on my own when she did that?
I'm a shake.
But I present to you Jules Holland, Horse to the Water. Yeah, Jules Holland, Horse to the Water, with one of George Harrison's last session appearances before his passing. See, this is the reason why we like doing this show from time to time. I don't mind doing record finds when I have record finds. I don't mind exploring different music I've never heard and you maybe never have heard. This is what Psycho Splatters is all about. Not yet. Pretty close, though. We've got about 4 tunes in the queue, and that's exactly what will happen because I got to get moving. I got stuff I got to do before it gets super duper hot. That's right. But this next one here, I know you're going to be sitting there. This is completely different from what you just heard. I was just having a 90s music DJ flashback from my time at the college station in Chicago. And this used to be on my playlist on occasion. And I don't know whether you like it. Hello, kitty. Yes, the kitty is over there looking at something that's on the phone. But this one here from the 90s, whether or not you like Blur, I don't know. But this is one that just once in a while gets stuck in my head. So why not let it possibly get stuck in yours? I just happen to like the bass line on this thing and a couple other things. Why it's Blur's Park Live. Girls. That's right. I back then, that Blur song was a public service announcement to a few communities. Just saying. Aren't you glad I didn't mention it? Yes, you really are. But I used to have to play that song. It would be in my occasional rotation. I had to play a few other ones that I had to play in the 90s. We'll save those for other days. So somebody asked me, what's one of my favorite Clash songs? Believe it or not, this is one of them. I managed to find a clean, super minty 12-inch single of this. I still have it in the collection. This is the edited version, though, only because I didn't want to hear 9 minutes. But maybe you guys might care for that. That's right, that was Radio Clash. Do they only have like 2 members alive? It would be, well, what the hell? People reunite less numbers than that. Okay. Good morning, everybody. So, you asked me earlier, what's one of my favorite Rainbow albums? Well, I'll give you one of my favorite Rainbow songs. I used to crank this up in the car stereo when I would play this. So you guys crank it up on your stereos too.
But I still need other stuff.
That's right, Blackmore's Rainbow Man on a Silver Mountain, right? James Dio. One of my favorite little bits from the Dio history of Rainbow. We got one last song in the queue, ladies and gentlemen. And then after that, it'll be an old fat bearded man chewing a record. This song here, though, I don't know. I tripped on it yesterday, and it's kind of a wistful song. I'm going to play this. I know you guys are going to know what this is once you hear it.
Oh.
But I've been thinking a lot about people that have passed away lately.
Little freaking another move.
My time will come soon.
God.
Needless to say. So this song here is dedicated not only to Shannon, but to my wife Jessica and Mary Ellen and a bunch of other
I
ones.
need a fan.
So enjoy
More
this.
fans.
This is one of those few songs that gives me a good cry. I won't cry on screen, I swear I won't.
Wait, that's a fan.
Thank you for being here and spending time with me this morning. Everybody have a good, safe day. Stay out of that damn heat. Take care of yourselves.
Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.